Hey, what's up, Dividend Nomads? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be going over Module 1, Lesson 2 of the Freedom Abroad Blueprint course. And today's lesson is going to be all about minimalism and frugality. And before we get into the course, do me a favor, go down there, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel already. And also, while you're watching this video, if anything sticks out to you, be sure to leave a comment about it down below. I would love to hear your thoughts, your feedback, and your questions. I read every single comment, so I'd love to hear that from you guys as well. And then also, if you find any of this information to be valuable, I ask that you just share the playlist with someone that you think it would be helpful to. So I am giving this course away for free. So that being said, let's dive into the course. I'm going to take you into the presentation. We're going to go ahead and get started with lesson 2. So let me record the screen here for you guys. 3, 2, 1. Bam. All right. So here we are on the Freedom Abroad Blueprint. This is going to be lesson 2, minimalism and frugality. And first of all, we saw this last time. Most men die at 25. We just bury them at 75. Hits hard, don't it? So anyway, let's get into this course. First of all, most men think that they need more money to be free. But the truth is, most of us actually need less noise. And in this lesson, we're going to look at how minimalism and frugality can unlock your time, unlock your energy, and your freedom without actually needing to get rich first. So we're going to talk about that here on today's lesson. So first of all, we'll talk about the truth about time and money and why most men actually stay broke. So let's get real, here people are stuck in a cycle and they trade their time to earn money. And then you use that money to buy stuff that you don't really want or need. And that looks like chasing status, right? Like buying cars, taking out loans for cars, buying some fancy watch or some designer clothes or some sneaker collection. I used to do it. I had 100 pairs of shoes at one time. I've owned like 40 cars and customized all of them. So I know what type of things, a lot of men spend money on, because I'm a man and I spent money on those things too. I was also part of this trap. I'm not perfect. But what happens is we need to keep working to be able to maintain that lifestyle. And that's kind of backwards, you end up living paycheck to paycheck. Every check you get, you buy more stuff and then you go to work. You buy more stuff and you go to work. That's it, paycheck to paycheck life. And every time you get a raise or get some increase in money coming from somewhere else, you let lifestyle inflation creep in. And this was me before too. I started earning some money. I had a simple life and I start earning more money, and I got a bigger, fancier house. I got a newer, nicer car. I did all that stuff, guys. I'm guilty of it too. And those things were robbing me of my freedom. And but basically, minimalism flips the script on this stuff. And when you reduce what you own and reduce what you spend, you get back your most valuable asset, and that is going to be time. And owning less lets you own your day, lets you own your time, and it gives you space to think more clearly, and it gives you more mental clarity and mental space to actually build something meaningful instead of, being buried in the distractions of all the stuff. And, you end up, if you don't follow that path, you end up like this, with no savings and no freedom, and you're just kind of like stuck. You're handcuffed to this life of debt and chasing stuff. And, most men trade time for this stuff that they don't even really want. You think you want it, but once you have it, it's not really that special to you. If you didn't have it, your life wouldn't really be any different. And that's the trap we fall into. And we think that time, or we don't think this, but time is greater than money, and money is definitely greater than things. But most people get it backward. We spend the money to buy the things, right? And then time is the last thing on our list. We work so hard, it's been so much time working so we can buy the things. It's backward. It should be the other way around. Time should be the number one. And we get it wrong. So the solution is basically frugality and leverage. So minimalism and frugality basically just means spending money intentionally and not emotionally, right? So when you buy something, it's not about being cheap, okay? It's not about being a cheapskate. It's just about buying back your life. And, you cut the noise and you have fewer bills and fewer distractions and all these things. If you just cut out all this noise and all this bull crap in your life, you're gonna have a lot more money. You're gonna own fewer things, but you're gonna own your time. You're not gonna have to waste time washing the car or cleaning the jewelry or cleaning the 800 pairs of shoes that you bought and all this other stuff. You actually get to own your time, and you can use that time in a more productive way to generate more money and even more time for yourself instead of buying things. And all the money that you actually save from not buying all that crap, you can actually invest it towards your future to buy even more time. So now by this point, you will have so much free time that you will be able to explore all your passions, your potentials, and do all the things that you ever wanted to do. And you can even go and buy that stuff now because you managed to escape the job and built streams of income from money that you actually invested. And it gives you more freedom and more options to do more things that you actually love. And so frugality definitely isn't being cheap. It's just buying your freedom. And every dollar that you don't waste is a future hour that you don't have to work. Okay, every dollar you don't waste is a future hour that you do not need to work. It's a future hour you can have for yourself to do the things that you want to do and spend time with the people that you want to spend time with. And living lean lets you take risk. And when you take risk and bold actions like moving abroad or changing jobs, most people can't do that because they're tied to so many bills. They have so many debt and so much of these other things, and they can't take risk, and they end up getting trapped in this cycle of life. Where me, on the other hand, I've taken the risk, and now I'm quite wealthy, and I have the freedom to do whatever I want to do, go anywhere I want to go, whenever I want to do it. And other people that I grew up with and from where I came from in my neighborhood, they'll be working till they're dead. That's the reality of it. But not me, because I took the risk. And it's not all easy. I took a risk once, I failed. I took a risk twice, I failed and ended up homeless. I took a risk a third time, and I eventually made it. It took me 3 tries. But most people won't even try one time. They will stick with the thing that they know because it's less risky. So minimalism and frugality gives you all of these options. It gives you the options to take the risk. It cuts the noise. It gives you more money to buy freedom. Now, what does it look like In real life, well, in real life, it basically means, if you're from America or from Canada or something like that, it's going to look like living abroad, or as I call it, geographical arbitrage. It just means moving to a place where life is cheaper. And it has strategic advantages, right? Moving to a place where life is cheaper, but the lifestyle isn't bad. I mean, my house isn't fancy, but it's nice, it's clean, it's brand new. It's $200 a month. $2,400 a year is what I pay to live in this house. And like I said, it's not a luxury house, but it's nice and clean. Everybody that comes here says, "Oh, your house is so nice and it's so clean, blah, blah, blah." $200 a month. And this is what geographical arbitrage gets you. I can actually go live much cheaper. I've had a house for $100 a month before that was also nice and clean. And that's what geographical arbitrage gives you. It's a cheap life, but still a good life. And it gives you all this extra money to invest towards your future, to increase your lifestyle if you want to. Also, it may look like a roommate instead of a mortgage. Now me, I've never had a roommate. It's not really my thing. I just choose the cheapest place possible. When I first started this journey, I was paying $125 a month for rent in my first apartment in China. Actually, when I first started this journey in the Philippines, I was paying $50 a month for rent for an apartment. It wasn't a nice apartment, but I was paying $50 a month. It's so cheap, right? $50 a month. It's next to nothing. That's what it was costing me to live in the Philippines. So find the cheapest place possible, or find a roommate, which means if you're somebody who has a mortgage, you might want to consider giving up your mortgage, selling your house to pay off that debt so you don't have any debt. And now you have all this money that you're paying towards your mortgage that can actually buy you. I mean, if you're spending $1,000 a month on your mortgage, that can literally pay your rent for about a whole year in the Philippines. Or in some places in Thailand and Cambodia and other places in Asia, you can literally pay rent for a whole year with 1 month worth of a mortgage payment. So imagine, the power of how much money you have to invest to buy your time to work towards your freedom. This is what this really looks like living abroad. Also, you may have to give up some things like the expensive bar tabs and Uber Eats, and basically trade those things for a healthier lifestyle, like home cooked meals that are cheap and healthy, and some type of fitness routine, whether it be walking or just walking every day, enjoying nature. Or if you're like me, I like to go to the gym. This is my thing, what I like. But if you don't like that, that's fine too. You can still enjoy some type of fitness, whether it be through going to the beach and taking a dive in the ocean, or going for a walk on the beach every day. There's lots of healthy things you can do that are going to be much better than sitting around drinking all day and eating crap all day long. And you can do all these things for very cheap or free even. So $20,000 a year or less. Like in my case, like I spend less than $1,000 a month, so that's like $1,200 per year. I mean, $1,200 per year. $12,000 per year is all I need to live the life that I live. $12,000 per year. But if you want to live, differently than me, I mean, you can spend $20,000 a year. It's definitely way more than enough to live a life of freedom. I do it for $12,000 a year. That gives me freedom, and I just live a simple, frugal life. So you can definitely do it for less than $20,000 a year. And $20,000 a year in passive income is not that difficult to make, to be honest. And less stuff equals more time, more energy, and more mental clarity. So this is what all this looks like. By having less stuff, I do have more time, more energy, more clarity, more purpose. I have all the things that I really want in my life by having less. So lastly, we're going to end this with a little challenge and some action for you to take to get started on the first part of your journey towards freedom. So I'm gonna give you guys a 7-day frugality reset. So I'm gonna ask you to cut one expense that doesn't serve you, whether that be some Netflix subscription or something like that, or some Spotify music subscription. I mean, you can listen to music for free. Why you need to pay for that? You know what I'm saying? Anything. Cut one expense that doesn't serve you. Are you going to the shop and buying junk food every single day? Cut that crap out, right? Next, we're going to replace whatever you cut, we're going to replace it with something free that moves you closer to health, mental clarity, or extra income. So you cut that expense, now you have more money, a little bit of extra money. It doesn't even matter if it's $5. You can invest that $5 into some type of dividend paying stock. You can invest it into some type of a book that's going to help you gain mental clarity and mental peace of mind, or help you actually learn something. Or you can invest it or keep it and do something, like for your health. Start going for a walk every day. Go for a swim. Even you can do something for your mental health, such as reading or meditating, something like that. Replace that one expense with something that helps you in some sort of way, whether it be health, income, or mental clarity. Next, I'm going to ask you to track how you feel at the end of the week after you've done this 7-day challenge. So you start today, you cut the one thing, and then you add something else on day 1, and you repeat that thing day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and at the end of the week, I'm going to ask you to write down how you felt. Do you miss this thing that you cut? Do you feel better now that you're walking every day or doing whatever? Like, the first day sucked, the second day wasn't bad. By day 6, I'm actually quite enjoying walking and, listening to a podcast or something like that while I'm having a walk. It's quite relaxing, whatever, right? I want you to track how you felt at the end of this 7-day challenge. And lastly, I got a question for you guys. What's one possession you could let go of to buy back some mental energy? Do you have something you can get rid of? Like this picture here, like a garage sale. Do you have a whole garage full of crap that is not serving you any purpose, and you could probably have like a garage sale and sell all that shit and you wouldn't even miss it, and you'd actually have some extra money, and you would have some mental space because you don't have all this crap sitting around anymore, right? Is there some possession, something you could do, something you could let go of to help you get back some mental energy? So that's going to be the end of lesson 2, just to spark your interest and show you what type of things or what type of life can look like if you start implementing some strategies of minimalism and frugality, because these are some of the things that I've done in my own life that have helped me change and improve my life drastically. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think about that, how you feel about it. I love to hear your thoughts and comments down there, and I'd love to have a conversation with you. And don't forget, check out all the links below. Got a free newsletter down there. My book is down there, how I was actually broke and homeless and went through all kind of crazy struggles to actually finding some purpose and some peace in my life. All here in the book if you want to read it. If not, that's cool. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time for lesson 3. Y'all take care. Catch y'all on the next one.